Hello, today we are reviewing a resume of this candidate whose profile is in data analytics BI and total experience is 3 years. This candidate lives in United States, currently unemployed, and the problem this candidate is facing, he or she is not getting interviews even after applying so many jobs. So let's first look at what is good with this resume. As you can see, this format or template is very clean and easily readable, so it is ATS friendly. Second thing, if you look at bullet points, you see like almost every bullet point has some number mentioned. So numbers and metrics works great. They quantify the impact of your work. Third thing, this candidate has recently done MS, and during MS this candidate has done internship, which is also mentioned, is worked as GTM intern, and along with strong past experience as data analyst. Another good thing with this resume is candidate is showcasing work through the projects toward the end of the resume. This is all good. Now let's look at what could be wrong with this resume that is stopping this candidate from getting interview calls. We will discuss 5 mistakes or areas where this candidate can improve. The most serious mistake will be toward the end, so don't skip, watch the full video. First mistake that I have found is candidate has recently done masters and internship is kind of overshadowing the previous strong experience. If you are not like informing the recruiters early on that you have done masters and they are looking at your first experience, so there they see this GTM intern. Again, recruiters only spend few seconds on resume, so don't need to give them an early career kind of impression when you have 3+ years of experience. So how we can fix this? We can do like few things. One is since this internship is coinciding with your education, if you want as an experiment, you can take that off your resume. Another way is to, like, when you are mentioning your role, like go to market intern, you can along with that role you can say like during masters. There are 2 more ways with which we can handle this that I will cover with mistake number 2. So let's jump. Mistake number 2 is if you start reading resume from the top, what I observe is like there is no resume headline. So resume headline is usually one line which comes after your contact information, and most of the time it has your current role or your target role along with years of experience and some of your key skills. So if I were to write a resume headline for this resume, I have given one example. I'll say senior data analyst, 3 years of experience in SQL, Python and data modeling, and here note I will also inform that I have done MS business analytics in 2025. So this is the first thing which recruiter sees, and they will immediately know that they are looking at the MS candidate who has recently done masters, so they can have their expectations accordingly. Next key piece which is missing is a resume summary section. Resume summary usually comes on the top. It talks about highlight of your career. So when recruiter or hiring manager start reading your resume, they will look at the summary and they will read your summary first. They will try to gauge whether your work and your skill set kind of matches with their requirement. If there is a like enough match, then they will jump to your experience sections and then they will start reading further. If your profile looks different than their requirement, then they will move on to other resume. So that is what makes resume summary section very important. And when I write resume for clients, for experienced client, I mention summary in each and every resume. Now what you can write in the summary section, so you can write, like, I will recommend 4 to 5 bullet points. In first point, you can write about the domains or industry you have worked with, whether you worked with startup environment or a big tech in the first point. Second point, you can talk about that you have done masters recently and the skill set you have gained. Now, one thing to see here in your education, masters, you have mentioned the relevant courses. That is a good way to like put the key or key courses that are relevant to the role you're applying. Another way you can do this in the summary section. So you can, in the same bullet points, you can convert these courses into actual skills that you gained. You can mention them as a point. It serves two purposes. Additionally, if while recruiter is reading your summary, it will inform them that they are looking at master's candidate along with decent experience. Next, in 2 to 3 bullet points, you can talk about achievements from your past roles. It can be one point from your past roles, basically, that tells recruiter that you have done great work, which has really great impact, and you hold the skill sets they are looking for, and you are the right fit, so that that fitment happens and they give you an interview call. Okay, then moving on to mistake number 3. So here we are jumping little deep in your experience. When I read those points, I can clearly see that you have used AI. So when you are using AI to write your resume, I always recommend don't use AI as it is. Always personalize the language. See, like AI use these common words like spearheaded, partner, orchestrated, and it's kind of a artificial language, which if I can detect, recruiter or hiring manager, they can definitely detect. They read resumes day in, day out. So, and this doesn't leave a good impression. To fix this, what you can do is, instead of using spearheaded or these kind of action verbs, use common action verbs that people naturally use in resume. For example, lead, manage, or second thing I will recommend, like rephrase, reword that sentence that you have written with AI into your own words. Put your own skills, your own experience into it. So when you customize it like this, you will replace that AI tone with your own language. Moving on, now let's talk about us. We are 1 million resume. We have this website 1millionresume.com, and our expertise are into resume. So we have this 2 core offering. One is AI resume builder, you can see on left side, which is a resume builder tool. You can use this tool to build yourself a good resume. You already get predefined ATS templates, and tools help you match your resume with the JD. It will help you identify the missing keywords and how you can like incorporate those keywords into your own resume. Our tools have been used by 65,000 plus professionals so far. So many people have got jobs with this. So if you are someone who is comfortable writing your resume yourself, you can definitely give it a try. This will ease up your burden, ease the resume writing and customization or tailoring process. Second core offering is resume writing service, where our expert can write resume for you. These resume will be ATS friendly, and we will take the JDs, we will target the right keywords in your resume. So the advantage you get with this resume writing service is you start seeing results early on. Like most of our customers start getting interviews from the first month. I have included this WhatsApp screenshot from a client. So you can see, like this client was facing the problem. Getting the interview calls has been the most difficult part of my job search journey. Your support with the revised resume has helped with receiving calls. So people get results like this. So this candidate has left job and found a new job, joined a new job actually within 10 days. So I'll put links in description. Please feel free to check the details. Moving on to mistake 4. Here we are looking at bullet points from the experience. So let's take the first bullet point, which is in go-to-market intern. Here you have written partnered with head of product to monitor 8 million in monthly collection, utilizing AWS Grafana to visualize payment success rate for 200 plus clients, directly informing the product roadmap for payment feature optimization. So I have read more of these, and one thing I see, it's good that you are mentioning number. It clearly says, quantifies the impact. You are more talking about what you have done and the skill set you have used. I felt we can also add why you have done it. If you have solved a problem, why, what was the need to solve that problem, why that problem existed. So that kind of context we can add into the bullet point, so that each bullet point tells a story. And there is one more problem with this specific point. Here you are saying partnered with head of product. You are working as an intern and you are partnering with head of product. Realistically, like as per my understanding, in these kind of scenarios, head of product is like top of the company food chain. And then he is supervising a set of people, or supervising some, if it's a medium to large setup, then you are working under this head of product. So partnering won't be the right fit here. So you can reframe the language accordingly. These kind of glitches happen when you use AI language as it is. Since AI doesn't know about your experience, you can only like read your resume and correct this. Second, let's look at another point, which is architected a dimensional data model governing 22,000 employee records utilizing SQL Store procs to standardize billable utilization logic and identify revenue leakage. So this again talks about problem you have solved, what you have done. We can reframe this in a better way, and I'll give you one formula to write bullet points so that it captures the entire story. So you can write something like solved X business problem by doing Y, which resulted in Z business outcome. So you can use this formula to tie your work result and the context around the business, and you can mention on your resume. If we reframe this, the same bullet point, it can be something like enabled leadership to identify revenue leakage and billing inefficiencies. That is the problem you have solved. That is the business problem you have solved across 22,000 records by architecting standard data model using SQL, directly influencing margin correction initiatives. That is again an example. You can rework it in a better way. So if you use this formula, if you use enough context, so that each bullet point tells a complete story, it tells a complete picture, so that whoever is reading your resume knows, okay, you have solved this problem and this is why you have solved it and this is the outcome that came out of it. That will be like really impressive and helpful. Coming on to I think this is the really key thing that should be improved, and this is one mistake that a lot of people do. So mistake number 5 is if we look at overall resume is kind of targeting multiple roles. It has mixed targets, mix of data engineer, data analyst, business analyst. Why I am saying this? If you look at professional experience, it is into data analyst with some flavor of business. Then initially you mentioned you are also targeting BI. I can also see some BI skills listed under your skill section. Then I can also see in projects you mentioned some data engineering kind of work. So if I imagine this scenario, like you have this one resume where you have written all sorts of work. So you have this one arrow and you are trying to hit like 3 or 4 targets. Your one arrow hitting the target is unlikely. So to fix this, what I recommend, you create a tailored version for each of the role. For example, you create one tailored version of your resume for data analyst, one version for BI, one version for data engineer, one version for business analyst, depending on how many roles you want to target. That way you have 4 arrows, 4 defined targets, and you hitting that target, basically getting that interview will be so you can see like this will be a very productive strategy, and it's very clear strategy. So this is just not a theory. I have done this with clients. One of my client was in US. She wanted to target Amazon company, and she just has completed masters. And so we did 3 separate resumes, one for data analyst, one for BI engineer, and one for I guess data engineer or data scientist. So that strategy worked very well. Thing is, fix here is to create 2 to 3 resumes, each focusing on one role primarily and showcasing one story. I'll give you another reason why I am saying this. So if you look at these roles, data analyst, data engineer, or data analyst or business analyst, even though they have common skill set, but their core expertise or core problem that they solve differs. Data analyst is more into solving business problems with the data and dashboarding, analyzing data. But for business analyst, even though business analyst is working with data, but core responsibility is to like bridge the gap between client stakeholders and technical team. So with multiple versions, with multiple resumes, you will be, it will be easy to tackle this. This is the second thing. It will also help you target specific or all keywords for that role. In your data analyst resume, you can target all data analyst role, you can showcase that work. In data engineering, you can showcase your data engineering side, that kind of work, that kind of project. That strategy usually works well. So hoping like when you implement these feedbacks, it will get you interview calls, and you will learn from this review, and like if you are also repeating some of these mistakes, you will go and correct that and find interviews faster. In last, we provide this resume review service. If you want to get your resume reviewed, what you will get is a 15-minute personalized detailed video that will point out your mistakes. It will have enough detail like to correct your mistakes, and you can also ask your questions and clarification on WhatsApp. The link is given on the bottom and also in the video description. So feel free to check that out. Thank you.